Good morning, Year 5. Welcome to your Tuesday maths lesson. We are going to spend today's lesson recapping our understanding once again of fractions. I've picked out a couple of questions similar to the ones that you answered last week that people said they found quite difficult. So I'll model a few more to you, give you a chance to practice a few whilst watching the video. Then I'll set you some questions very similar to what I set last week to consolidate your understanding. Let's have a look at ordering fractions to start with. So here on the screen, we have got 4 different fractions, all with different denominators. So when I have fractions with different denominators and I'm comparing or ordering, I need to put them all over the same denominator and to find a common denominator. Because 6, 2, and 4 are all factors of 12, i.e. I can times them by something to get 12, I can make 12 my common denominator. My 7/12 fraction will remain the same because I times the denominator by 1, so I times the numerator by 1, and it remains as it was. 3/4 over 12ths, then I times the denominator by 3, so I times the numerator by 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 6 to get to 12, I times by 2, so I times my numerator by 2, which would give me 10. And then 1/2 is the same as 6/12 because I times the both by 6. Once I've got my fractions all over the same denominator, it's nice and easy to be able to compare them or to order them. If I wanted to put my fractions in order from smallest to largest or in ascending order, I would do it like this. I would look for my smallest fraction, which in this case, using my equivalent fractions, is 6/12. But I'm going to put them back into the right order using my original fractions. So the smallest fraction of my original ones is 1/2. My next largest fraction is 7/12. My next largest fraction is 3/4 or 9/12. And then finally, the last fraction in this order would be 5/6, which is the same as 10/12. Can you have a go at ordering these fractions then, again from smallest to largest, using the method I have just shown you? Okay then, the answers for this one here. The common denominator this time, hopefully you identified, was 18, because all the other denominators are factors of 18. I can times them by something to get to 18. 4/18 is the same because I times them both by 1. 3 times 6 gets me to 18. So 2 times 6 would get me to 12. 9 times 2 gets me to 18. So I times my numerator by 2, which gets me to 10. And 6 times 3 is 18. 1 times 3 is 3. Putting them again from smallest to largest, start using my original fractions. I would start with 1/6, because I can see that using my equivalents, that is the smallest. I would then use 4/18, followed by 5/9, which is the same as 10/18. And then finally, I would have 2/3. So again, you'll have a question where you've got to order fractions, identifying a common denominator today. Next question, we will need to recap a little bit. Timesing fractions by whole numbers, and then putting them both as improper fractions and mixed number fractions. So remember, we said multiplication means lots of. So here I'm looking for 3 lots of 3/4. So 3/4, 3/4, 3/4. If I put my whole number over the denominator of 1, I can then just multiply my numerators to give me 9, and my denominators to give me 4. That's my improper fraction. If I have 9/4, how many wholes can I make if each whole is made up of 4? I can make 2 wholes, and I have a 1 remaining quarter to give me my fraction as a mixed number as 2 1/4. 7/8 times 2, again, over the denominator of 1. 7 times 2 is 14. 1 times 8 is 8. As a mixed number, how many wholes can I make? If this time my wholes are made up of 8 parts and I have 14 parts in total, I can make 1 whole and I will have 6 eighths remaining. You could simplify that and you could have 1 whole and 3 quarters because they're both divisible by 2. Either answer would be fine. Have a go at these now. 8/9 times 6. So 6 times 8 is 48/9. How many wholes can I make if I've got 48/9? 5 wholes uses 45 of my 9ths, and 3/9 remaining. Or you could have had 5 and 1/3 because they're both divisible by 3. 7 times 7 is 49. 12ths. How many full wholes can I make if I've got 49/12ths? 12, 24, 36, 48. I can make 4 wholes and I've got 1/12 remaining. Did you get those two? Hopefully you did. Again, you'll have questions today where you've got to multiply the fraction by the whole number and give your answer in both of the 2 different forms, mixed number and improper. Final question then is a word problem question involving our fractions. My example here, Mr. Mills and Mrs. Mills share a chocolate bar, or we've shared a chocolate bar. I ate a quarter of the chocolate bar and Mrs. Mills ate 3/16 of the chocolate bar. How much was left? So I need to work out how much was eaten first by finding a common denominator. Because 4 is a factor of 16, I can times 4 by something to get to 16. I can make my fraction over a denominator of 16 by timesing the numerator by 4. I times the denominator by 4 to get from here to here. 1 times 4 is 4. If I ate 4/16 and she ate 3/16, in total, we both ate 7/16. Which means if there were 16/16 in total of the whole, if the whole chocolate bar was broken into 16s, I ate 4/16, she ate 3/16. There will be 9/16 remaining. Have a go at this question then. So same question, different fractions for you to work out. If you want to pause the video, pause it now. So my common denominator this time is going to be 18 because 9 times, I can times 9 by something to get to 18, I times it by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So this time I ate 4/18 and Mrs. Mills ate 4/18. So in total, we both ate 8/18. If it was 18/18 to start with, we ate a combination of 8/18 between us. It means that there are 10/18 remaining. Or you can simplify it. You could have 5/9 of the chocolate bar remaining. You've got a question similar to that today where you've got to find your common denominator, add the 2 totals up, and then subtract to find how much is left. So, very similar, as I said already, to what you did last week. Similar style questions, but I would like you to practice again and have a go at trying to answer all of them, particularly focusing in on the questions that we have just covered a minute ago on this example. It's questions 1 to 10, I believe, today. Tomorrow we'll do the rest of the questions, which focus more on decimals and percentages. We'll do a bit more practicing in the morning for that, and then I'll let you answer the rest of the questions to complete this booklet. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.